Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're talking about a huge shift in how software gets made. It's a new philosophy that people are starting to call vibe coding. And it's less about getting every semicolon right and more about just describing an idea, a feeling, a vibe, and then watching the AI bring that to life.
It feels like just yesterday that autocomplete, finishing your line of code, was this little spark of magic. But the game has completely changed. We've gone from that little bit of help to, well, full-on creation, where an AI can actually build your app while you go grab a coffee. It's a massive change to how developers work.
So, what do we actually call this powerful new approach? Well, it's been given a name that I think you'll agree pretty much captures it perfectly.
The term comes from AI researcher Andrej Karpathy, and honestly, vibe coding is just perfect. It's exactly what it sounds like. You're not worrying about the nitty-gritty syntax, you're just expressing the vibe, what you want, what the goal is in plain English, and the machine does the hard work of turning that into actual working code. It's about articulating a vision, not just writing lines.
Okay, so let's crack open this new spellbook. The first and maybe most common type of tool you'll find are these AI assistants that live right inside your code editor.
Think of these as your tireless coding partner. You've got tools like GitHub Copilot, which is so deeply woven into the system it feels like it's reading your mind. Then you have Amazon Q Developer, which is a total pro when it comes to the cloud, especially AWS services. And for huge companies, something like SourceGraph Cody can understand your entire sprawling code base.
The whole point of these tools is to be seamless. They want to adapt to your workflow, not make you learn some totally new thing. So maybe that means it's super focused on privacy, learning from your company's private code. Or maybe it's all about transparency, showing you exactly where its code suggestions came from.
But hey, assistance is really just the beginning. The next level of this stuff, this is where the magic gets way more powerful. We're talking about taking one simple idea, a single prompt, and turning it into a complete, working application.
What's so wild here is that these tools often aren't just for developers anymore. You have Lovable, which can spin up a whole project from just one sentence. Base 44 is like a batteries included builder. It comes with stuff like payments all ready to go. And Vercel's V0 is just laser focused on one thing, creating beautiful user interfaces straight from your description.
And if you're thinking this is just a small niche experiment, think again. The market is absolutely on fire. Remember Lovable, the tool we just mentioned? It hit $100 million in revenue in just 8 months. That's not a fad. That's a signal that this is creating some serious value.
And the ambition here is just staggering. Base 44 talks about this idea of liquid software. So what does that mean? The idea is you could take something incredibly complex, like Gmail or Jira, clone it with a single click, and then just mold it to your exact needs. All while you still own the code and you still own the data.
But you knew there had to be a but, right? With any kind of powerful magic, there's a flip side. All this incredible speed and automation, it definitely doesn't come for free.
And the cost really comes down to one thing: control. The more autonomous these AI agents get, the more they can build and fix things on their own, the more they introduce a whole new category of risks we're all just starting to grapple with.
And the fallout can be pretty big. One vague prompt could send an AI into an expensive loop, racking up your compute bill. Even worse, teams are finding that an AI can write code that passes every single test, but completely ignores the project's architecture. It leads to this slow decay in quality that people are now calling quality drift.
And if you don't have clear rules and a human in the loop, you can end up with this. One writer described it perfectly: a code base that feels generated by a mood ring. How great is that? It's inconsistent, it's unpredictable, and it's a total headache for the poor humans who have to maintain it later.
So, if the power is real, but the risks are too, what do? How do you use these new spells without letting everything get out of control?
Well, the best teams are already setting up some clear guardrails. Things like automatically scanning all AI-generated code for quality and security issues. Setting up budget alerts so you don't get a nasty surprise on your bill. And this one is huge, absolutely requiring a human to review and approve any change the AI wants to make. And finally, being smart about it, using cheaper, faster models for the simple stuff and saving the big guns for the really complex problems.
And this really is the heart of it all. The goal isn't to replace developers, it's to augment them. These tools are here to take away all the boring, repetitive grunt work so human brains can focus on what they do best. Thinking about elegant architecture, making smart product decisions, and, at the end of the day, creating stuff that brings users joy.
So ultimately, vibe coding is this powerful new spell that's giving you back your most valuable resources, time and creative energy. The AI is not going to replace your judgment. The real question is, how is it going to change the way you use it?